Hi, it's Dr. Janowski with Sonata. Today we're going to do some cheek filler with Restylane Lift. It's really the best product, I think, for doing areas that require support and deep injection, like the mid-face cheek area. And I kind of think of the cheek as two areas, the malar area in the front, zygomatic in on the side. And, Laurel's doing pretty good, but we're just going to supplement really her nice cheeks that she's got. And so we use two entry points. If we turn to the side, you can see these. We've already numbed them up, and I'm going to use a cannula, so we've already made a little tiny pilot hole with a small needle, and we're going to use those holes to access all the areas we need to access. So what's nice about cannulas, of course, is that they don't bruise, people don't feel them as much, and you can get to a lot of locations from one point, from one entry point. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the central point here. Just come a little bit closer. And then I've already made that little pilot hole, so I'm going to use a 25 gauge cannula here. And then when we're going here, we want to stay in the deep plane. I use my left finger to kind of distract the skin as I move forward. And then we get into that deep recess there. And then we're just going to kind of fan slowly. We can either create a bolus or a little bit of a fan. So bolus, we don't move. And then we're just going to place that product in that zone there. So that's all placed there. And I like to blend my fillers with saline. So that allows for a little bit easier injection. So we put 1-to-1 with saline, and it also prehydrates the product a little bit so that we don't get as much expansion afterwards. So again, same concept. I use my left hand to guide, and then we make this little tiny tap. Okay, and then we'll place a little bolus in there. I can feel the product with my finger. I can feel it, the tip. We want to know where your tip is, and then we'll do a little bit of fanning in that malar zone. Okay, so that's that. Then we'll go to the lateral cheek. Okay, so we'll bring you down here and do that. And from here, I like to enter right over the zygomatic bone there and follow that bone down. And then we're also going to do some fanning. Left hand's important because it provides counter traction. And then we're going to stay in the deep plane. You can also lift the skin, and that helps you get down under the muscle. And then we're going to fan it around inferiorly like this, so we create a nice apex. Okay, that's one. We got one more side here. And then we'll go ahead and do this side here. So again, 1-to-1 with saline. I do that pretty much with all the products. I think there are some nice advantages to that. So we're going to inject retrograde as we fan. I'm pulling the tissue up with my left hand, staying underneath in the deep plane. I'm almost done here. We use a total of 2 syringes here. And that's it. So just do a quick wipe here. You can see that it only took about 5 minutes to do. Typically there's no recovery, there's no typically no bruising because of the cannula and the deep injection. We just have our 2 little tiny entry points that will disappear very quickly. just gonna put a little arnica on that. It looks great.
Thank you, doctor.
Let's go ahead and do that. But you can see that nice full cheek. And that lasts about a year. Oh, let's have you open your eyes there. Let's take a look. Yeah, nice. And that'll settle just a little bit. It looks really good. Take a look at that. I know you like it on the full side.
Love it. Thank you.
All right, so that's a cheek injection using a Restylane lift and a micro cannula.